Hi, welcome back to another video by Daniel&John, and today we're on a Vito 2009 W639
OM646.
Yeah, no aircon.
Yeah, no aircon.
And replacing the drive belt,
Which we've got down there, new one.
There.
It's a Daco one.
There.
Show you the codes. Just it's about £20.
So two important things is just remember how your belt went, a couple of photos or a drawing, or go online. And the first thing you need to do is release the tension. And underneath the tensioner at the bottom, there's a, is it seven-sided? Six-sided
nut, yeah.
Nut, right, bolt. And it looks like you need one of these, 17mm.
It's not a hex socket. Yeah.
Right, you must have one of these. If you put a hex socket on it, it'll round it off. And ideally you want some sort of bar that you can adjust.
Go on, this way. Yeah, so it's towards the driver's side. I'll pull the belt off. As you can see, that's just come straight off. The tensioner came off towards the driver's side like that, and then just slip the belt off. Do the tensioner, John. You can see as you turn it towards the driver's side, it slackens it off. See? So it's don't touch the thing in the middle. It's like a Torx bolt, don't touch that. It's literally that bolt on the bottom. Hopefully you can see that. So it's just a matter of getting the old belt off now, and what we're going to do is we don't want to remove the viscous fan, which is that there. You need tools and stuff to do that, more tools. We were going to slip the new belt over and then just put it all on, and we'll show that in the next bit. So you can do it without removing everything. Right, so we've got the old belt off. We managed to pull the whole thing out this way. We didn't have to do anything with the fan. It literally goes in this way and on, then you pull the whole thing in and out. So we're just going to compare the new and old belts. This is the one without the air conditioning. That's there, just for reference. No air conditioning on their Daco belt. Obviously the air conditioning one would probably be longer.
So you'd expect the old one to be a little bit, because it's been stretched.
Bit stretched, yeah.
That's it, but just in case you need it, there's some old details.
That's the old details. That's the Mercedes code there. Hopefully that helps.
Now, the belt doesn't.
The belt's not in awful condition, but it has got a lot of micro cracks on it in certain places, which obviously would develop into bigger ones. But it's good. It's probably good for a long while yet. But we're going to replace it anyway. But yeah, it's just a bit worn on the outside. But yeah, that would.
There's a there we go. Look,
there's some sort of like
tear.
Yeah.
So that would go eventually. We think this is possibly the original belt on here.
Yeah, it's Mercedes-Benz. It says on that.
Bearing in mind our cabin filter was the original one.
Yeah.
So basically what we're saying is make sure before you got your belt off, you've got a replacement belt to put on. That's all.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and you can always put that back on if you haven't.
If you need it, yeah, providing it's not completely falling to bits. So what we're going to do now is we're going to feed the new belt basically down at an angle, sort of like that.
Yeah.
So, and then the majority of the belt sits on this side, and we're going to get it obviously fitted. So as you can see, you don't need to put it behind the fan or anything. Not in the shroud, that's what I mean.
I would say you might need a couple of people to do this. Not that it's a difficult job, it's just fiddly.
Just fiddly.
Yeah. So we'll come back to you.
Come back to you once we fit it, because obviously it is a little bit fiddly. Okay, so the new belt is now fitted. Took us a few minutes. So just to show you, if you're fitting it one yourself, got it on the bottom of the alternator. It goes across that pulley, and it goes straight across that way towards the passenger side. It comes from the bottom of the alternator up. The back side of it fits on the viscous fan. From the fan, it then goes round the tensioner, and obviously that top bit there that comes from the left side goes over that, and then on the bottom one. So that's how it goes. Okay, come around this way.
So it was an awkward job, that's all I've got to say.
Just because of space, really.
The only tool you need is that 17mm
socket.
I'll
just show you that one. It's not a hex.
And
it's a.
You don't need anything longer than that, because if you do, when you're trying to get leverage on it to pull the tensioner back, something will get in the way, and you'll see what I mean on the frame. Took us about 20 minutes, I think, on and off.
We haven't done it before on this. So.
if you can get somebody to help you, get somebody to help you with this. It's just awkward, that's all I'd say.
You can get the socket in from the top, but the problem you've got is you've got to feed that belt round and then get it on. And as you can see, you've got the cooling pipe here. That's my hand. I've not got very big hands, so there's not just not a lot of. This is the main issue in the way. So if you're doing the water pump, do the drive belt at the same time. If you're doing that one job, do that as well.
Yeah. Like I say, that has got some splits, some tears on that somewhere. It's due for a change, so it's probably the original. Should
we show that socket as well? So it's this socket here. It's not a hex. It's one of these.
So what do we mean by we know, and a lot of people know, what do we mean by a hex? What's the difference? Let's show people. So
it should be a 17mm in there.
Somewhere knocking about. Yeah. Used it for something else, but so that's a hex. You just see it's got less sides. Looks a bit like a 50p piece, and that is a.
It's like a multi-point.
Yeah,
it's like a multi-point socket.
And you'll see them around. Yeah. If you try and put that on, say, the job we've just done, it'll just round it off.
Yeah.
Then you'll end up with a whole world of misery for you for a weekend.
Yeah, it didn't actually take that long to. Didn't actually take that much tension to move the tensioner, so that's a good thing. But the tensioner might need replacing. But
I mean, basically,
it didn't. What I'm saying, it didn't take a lot. So
if you do it, and your belt is slightly loose still, and you've measured the length of it, then you just haven't quite got it on right.
Yeah, it's definitely not on right. So we had that a few times, didn't we?
Watch back through this video and just see how we've put it on, basically.
Yeah.
Anyway, if this helps you replace your belt, fantastic, and that's what we make our videos, to help people along a bit. This is real life situation on the floor, like most people are. Subscribe, it does help us along a lot as a channel, keeps us going, and thumbs up is always helpful and nice to see as well. Thank you very much.